Hello everyone, I'm Deborah from DeborahAdele's Craft Room. Today we're going to paint an elf. A big elf. Because my mother wants it. These are the products that I'll be using for this project. They are Americana acrylic paints by DecoArt. The colors are light cinnamon, red iron oxide, celery green, evergreen, Santa red, lamp black, dazzling metallics emperor's gold, toffee, forest green, olive green, spicy mustard, and light buttermilk. When the project is dry, I'll be varnishing it with DuraClear gloss varnish. So I'll be showing you the gourd and explaining how we're going to turn this into an elf. This gourd was going to be a snowman with a vest on. And I started painting it last year and I didn't feel well, so I set it aside and figured I'd paint it later. Well, I told my mother I did not have the right size gourd for the elf she wanted, and she kind of whined a little, so I thought, well, maybe I'll just turn that snowman into an elf and make her happy. So what I have to do, because the vest is okay, except the color, what I'm doing here is I'm turning these arms into sleeves, and I brought it up higher so it has a good flat spot for, you know, a flat spot here for the hands. And we'll see how it comes out. When I paint it, I might have to add a little more to it. I'm not sure. And then for the I haven't really figured this out yet, but I'm going to put this part here is going to be a shirt underneath this vest, and this is going to be a sleeve that'll match this shirt. And then I'm going to make some points for the vest like we did for Dracula. And we're going to start painting. I think I'll start with the head. I'm going to paint that toffee and, you know, then put a hat on it. Well, maybe I'll put a hat now. See how that works out. Okay. Start at the high spot in the middle of the forehead, and just go across and then down, like that. Bring it down pretty far. Okay, that's the back, okay, and up the sides, and I have to check to make sure they're even, that they're both heading down at the same time, which they aren't. Okay. Okay. I'm going to raise the top up a little bit, give that hat a little perkier kind of look. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's the hat. Coming around, so I don't have to paint all this toffee anymore. Okay. I'm going to start painting now. I'm going to paint this, I'm trying to decide which color, and I wasn't sure, but I wanted to use Evergreen. I thought it might be too dark, but, well, this is only the first coat, and it's over blue, so it might turn out to be darker than this. But I'm gonna use Evergreen for the vest. And I'm gonna paint it now. Okay, I have the vest painted with 2 coats. I don't think it's enough. I'll have to paint it a 3rd coat. Maybe just here and there it'll need a 3rd coat. But and it does look a little dark, but I'm going to lighten it up by putting holly berries or polka dots or something on it to you know, make it look greener. So there you have it so far. After this dries, where I can handle it better, I'm going to paint the pants. So there you go. The face finished. I put 2 coats of toffee on. The vest is done. I put 3 coats here and there. Some of it didn't need a 3rd coat. And if I see any more thin spots as I go, I'll touch it out. And I went around the sleeve where I extended it into the blue, and I put some white on it because I'm going to paint these red. And I don't want to see 2 different colors in the red. Right now, I'm going to paint the pants Celery Green. I hope it matches. I started painting these Celery Green and they're just too bright, so I'm going to use the Celery Green for some of the decorations, but I'm changing this color to Hauser Medium Green. So I'm going to start that now. Okay. So I tried Celery Green, and I tried Hauser Medium Green, and this one would match all right, the Hauser Medium Green, but this is Christmas, so I don't think that one is bright enough. And the Celery Green is too bright, so I'm going to use Forest Green. We'll see how that works out. I don't know if there's enough contrast, but I'm going to do it. Forest Green it is. This, of course, needs another coat, but I think it's okay, the color. All right, I'm going to set it down for a few minutes so that it dries and I can give it another coat. Now I am painting the shirt and the sleeves red, Santa red. Doing the corners with the number 3 round. Okay. The shirt is painted. I might put another coat on it because it looks a little pink to me, so maybe it's not solid yet. When you paint red over the top of white, it does become a little pinky. Okay, now I'm going to just paint this hat. And I've been waiting because I'm not sure if I want it the dark green or the lighter green. I think I'll make it dark because it'll be like an outfit then. A vest and a hat outfit. Okay, while I'm waiting for the hat to dry, I'm going to draw these hands in. I took one of the templates from the witch and I shortened the fingers up so that they didn't look so witchy. And now I'm drawing them on the elf. Okay, I think that looks okay. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over to do the other side. Let's see what we got here. A little further down. Okay. Let me show you. I have it. It's quite a ways underneath the sleeve because I don't want them to be too long. You just need to go around the fingers is all. Okay. What do we got over here? All right, that looks pretty good. I went outside of the hand a little bit with the graphite onto the green, so I'm going to touch that up before I forget about it. There we go. Okay. Another coat on the hat. And then I'll get to the hands again. I like to base coat everything in before I start the detail work, any of the detail work. So, later. Now I'm painting the hands. If this was a littler gourd, I wouldn't put so much detail in the hands. I'll just make a cup, a little rounded half circle thing. Push it up against the sleeve. But when you have when it's all big like that, you really need some detail. Okay. This is it for tonight. Next time you see me, I'll have a different color shirt on. Hands are done. The shirt, the vest, the pants, face, hat. He's all base coated in. And tomorrow I'll start with the details. I'll probably start lining this, everything first. And then, of course, the shading. And I have to think up some things, you know, like, will he have a pocket? Will there be a mouse in his pocket? Or a hammer in his hand? So we'll see tomorrow. I'll dream about it and see what happens. Okay, good night for now. See you tomorrow. Okay. Now I'm going to line everything with black. I am drawing a line down the middle of the vest or the shirt, and I'm going to put buttons on each side after it's shaded. So I just wanted to show you. I'm going to go from the top to right to that point there. So the elf has been coated. I had to do another coat of paint, so it's 4 coats of paint, and I think that's because there was white underneath it. And the red is done. This is Evergreen. And the face, I had to put another coat on. I think when it's dark in here, I don't see the color as well. So when I had it in the sun this morning, it was kind of, you know, splotchy a little bit. So I'm going to shade the face first, and then I'll shade all the clothes with black. The face I'm going to shade with red Iron Oxide, and also the hands with red Iron Oxide. So I'll get started on that now. Okay, I have the face shaded. Now I'm going to do the hands. I just have a little tiny flat brush, a number 2. And I'm going to do the one side of each finger first. Okay, I shaded the hands and the face, and then I drew some pockets in. I'm going to line these pockets, and then we'll start doing some details. Okay. Line the pockets. Put a little fold mark in them. I might be putting some yellow stitches in this on the seam lines. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I am shading the sleeves and the shirt. I've already shaded the vest, the pockets, the pants, and the hat. I'm going to try a different angle so you can see more while I'm shading. Hope this works. I'm shading down the center line now. Okay. Okay, it looks like everything is shaded. So, oh no, one side of the shirt, front is not shaded. Okay. Okay, I have my handy dandy dip dotter, former paintbrush handle, and I'm going to dip dot down both sides of the shirt with gold. I have one side done, and I'm going to do them right across from each other. Now don't forget, you have to re-dip every time you put a button in, or your second dip or your second dot will be smaller. Okay. On these pockets here, you can hardly see them, but I'm going to stitch them with spicy mustard. It'll look like a pair of green jeans then. Thinning the paint out a little. And just lining with a gentle touch. You don't want it to be too thick. I'm going to stitch down the side of the pocket. I'm going to do the other side. Okay. I'm going to make snowflakes on the elf sleeves, and I have to place where I'm going to put the snowflakes before I start painting them. So I'm going to decide. And I'm going to put this dot right where the center of the snowflake is going to be. So don't put the dots too close to the edges, even though this one's kind of close, but that one's going to run off a little bit. But you don't want to put them all close because they will, you don't want them to all run off. Okay, I think that's it for this sleeve. That middle dot might be not good, but we'll figure it out in a minute. You can always paint it out if we have to. You're going to use some light buttermilk, thin down, and we're going to draw lines, paint lines. Okay. You do the first one up and down, and you know, about the same length each, unless it, you know, it goes off the sleeve. Okay, you have 4 now. And then the ones that are in the center of each one of those should be shorter. Okay. The lines should not go all the way to the dot. They should leave a little space. You see how that looks there? Okay. I think both of these are wrong that are left. I'm going to put one, I don't know where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it right in between these two. And I'm going to leave those dots there. And I'll show you in a minute why. We're going to have those dots be on the end of those snowflake bars. Okay, that's okay. This one's in the wrong place, but okay, now I'm going to put those little dots on all of the long arms of the snowflakes. Now to fill all this in so it doesn't look like so random, I'm going to put dots here and there so it fills it in. I don't know. Maybe, okay. One down here. And one over here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Pretty good now. Okay, I have to do that again on the other side, and we'll try to match it so it's not so difficult to space. We'll just, yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, now, 1, 2, 2, okay. Is that farther in? Okay. Okay, 1 here, 1 here. That's good. I'm going to put a frog in his pocket. I'm going to draw an oval. See what that looks like? Let's see if I can get it up there. There it is. And the arms are going to be coming down out of his pocket. Okay, now I'm going to paint it. I'm going to paint it Kelly Green. See if I can find the right brush here. Yep. Okay, I have the frog base coated in. I'm going to line it and do his eyes and a mouth on it, but I have to let it dry first. Okay. I'm going to paint the face on this. I'm not going to put clay on. Okay, I drew the nose and the eyes on. Okay, I mixed Toffee with the tiniest touch of Kelly Green, and I'm going to paint his eyelids that color. I don't want it to look like he's got eyeshadow on, but I don't want his eyelids to be the same color as his skin. Okay, take a look at it. You can hardly see the difference in person, but you can see the difference there on the camera. Okay. I'm putting the whites in there, in his eyes. And I'll have to line everything on these because I didn't put the black in first. I can't decide what color to make his eyes. I mean, it stands to reason they should be green because he's wearing green. But I'll let you, I'm gonna use green. I'm gonna use olive green because it just looks so pretty. And I'll let you decide what color eyes your elf has. This olive green is my new favorite color. So I think that's why I'm painting these eyes olive green. I'm gonna blush the cheeks before I put the mouth in. Okay, cheeks are blushed. Okay, I'm gonna line the frog. Okay, what I did for the frog, I forgot to talk while I was painting it because it was so detailed, so I'm going to tell you. I drew an oval for the face, a little bit higher than the seam of the pocket. Then I drew 2 circles on top of the oval. Then I drew the arms down, just a couple little lines with little fingers. The left arm of the frog would have looked kind of silly over the top of the shirt, so I bent it so it looks like it's kind of under it and then like he's just hanging on. So then I lined the whole thing, and then I put the smile on and a couple little teeth. I put the smile on crooked so it looked like he's saying ribbit. And then I put some white inside the eyes. And then I put some brown. You could see just a little of the white, and I put some honey brown on top of that. The frog is Kelly green, and he's shaded with forest green. And his belly is a little mix of white and Kelly green, just the slightest amount of Kelly green, just so it looks like his belly. I still have to put the pupils in, and maybe a little gold shading. We'll see how it goes. As far as the gold shading goes, might not be enough room. So anyway, that's how I did the frog. It's kind of cute. We'll see tomorrow when I'm looking at it in the light of day, but so far so good. Waiting for the brown to dry, the honey brown, so I can put the pupils in. So. I put one pupil in the eye. It's just a line, a thick line. And do the other one. Okay. His eyes are in. I am going to be able to put some gold, shade the eyes with some gold. Okay. Seems as though I've covered up all the brown with the gold, but that's okay. I like it. With one of the eyes, I got to do the other still. Okay, I'm going to put a few spots on the frog. You'll be able to see them better when I line them. I am painting them the same color as I shaded it, so that could be why I'm having a hard time seeing. All right, now I'm going to line them. I might have to wait a minute. I think I'll line them with gold instead of black. It's already dark enough. Okay. There's the frog. I'm going to thin the lines out a little bit, the gold, by using the green to thin the lines out of the gold. Forest green. Okay. I think he looks all right. He looks like a frog to me. Yes. No eyebrows though. No place to put them. That's it for tonight. I got the frog, the sleeves, the buttons, the stitches on the pockets, and the face partially done. Okay, so far I've lined the nose and the eyes, and now I have to touch everything up because the line work is messy. This is hard to manage, but we'll get it done. Now that I have everything lined, I'm going to shade the eyes with a very small brush. Here it is, number 2 flat. And I'm going to shade the eyelids with Celery Green. I don't know how they're going to look. This is going to be a try. We'll see what happens. I don't know. With the red Iron Oxide, I'm going to do the nose. I don't know, what do you think? Think that looks okay? Maybe I need to spread it out a little bit down here. Okay, now I'm going to shade the insides of the eyes with Forest Green, which is probably the color that I should have used for the eyelids. We'll see. Okay, there we go. Now, with that pencil that's never been used before dip dots, I am going to do the pupils. I hope it's not too big. Okay, now dip. You might not want to squeeze down the whole way, just in case. There we go. Now I did not squeeze the whole way because it would have squeezed out over all the lines and things. So, okay, now again, I'm going to try again. Hope it works. Okay, let's see. There we go. They look okay. Let's see. Yep, they look pretty good. We'll have to wait for those to dry so that we can put the dots in them, the highlights. And now what am I doing? Oh, I'm going to put the smile lines on. There's one. Oh, look at how that just changes everything. See? Now another. Okay. Happy little camper. Now, the eyebrows. Another eyebrow. Okay. There we go. Okay, let's put on some teeth because I have some white on my plate that's still wet. Be careful of the eyes. Okay. Teeth are cute. Yep, they look good. Now, I'm going to put a line on the nose for a highlight. There we go. I didn't put any ears on this thing. So I'm going to have to do that first. Okay, now got to draw some ears on the side. And how can you forget about elf ears? And because I forgot, I'm going to have to paint over the hat. Well, that's better. I knew something was going wrong here. There we go. Look at that. Doesn't that look way better? Oh my gosh. I can't believe I almost forgot this. Well, I have had a headache for a while, so. This would be a good time to use a template if you had one. With a pencil, I'm going to draw the lines of the ears inside. It's like a backwards S. This one is a frontward S. And now we line it with black. Okay. I'm going to use light cinnamon for the hair. I'm using my number 3 round brush to do the hair. See if I can turn it upside down so you can see it. Yeah, there we go. A big blob of paint and a line. Another line. putting the tape along the hat line. Right on the hat line. This is paper tape. The last time I used it, it didn't pull the paint off, so I'm going to use it again. Okay, now. Be careful not to drop the e.l.f. on its face or it'll mess up the hair in the front. It looks like I should have shaded the top of the neck with the red Iron Oxide. I might have to do that. I'll have to do that after this is completely dry. Unless this hair goes down farther, which it might if I try hard enough. That's what I was thinking when I didn't shade it, is that the hair would be longer. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I think it'll be all right. Just this little piece here will need some shading right here. I don't know if I showed you how much paint I'm putting on the brush. You see that? And you always start at the bottom so that it leaves that paint right there at the bottom. I got the hair half done, and I'm coming from the other side now. Okay, this hair is done. Well, maybe not. Maybe I should put a little more in front of the ear here, or behind the ear. Yeah, and of course now I have to touch it up because I goofed up. Okay, do this one, same thing. Okay, now let's see. Now, let me see. Oh, there's a little spot here. The tape didn't quite go the right place. Okay, oh, a little more here. All right, there you have it. I'll touch up the lines on his ears when the hair dries. Okay, I've painted a strip of white all around the entire vest And now I'm drawing lines. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see if you can see it. Here it is. Little curved lines. This is going to be a, okay, this is going to be a candy cane around the entire vest. And I'm going to paint every other one red, leave the other one white, and then line it and do all that stuff. But right now I'm working on drawing the lines in. This is going to be a big job, and I'm wondering why I ever started it. I put this white in, and I just did it by eye, but you might want to get a little strip of paper, a cardstock, and just, you know, move it and draw on each side and slide it over and draw it on each side, and that way you'll get, you know, because I did have some trouble keeping this the same width, and there are a few spots that aren't exactly right, so, but it'll be okay. And if you're going to put these hands in, put the stripe in before you put the hands in, and that way you can paint over the top. You can paint the hands over the top of the stripe, because I thought of this later, and that's why I didn't do that. Otherwise I would have, because this little, you know, now I gotta fuss around and fix the line work on the hands, and anyway. So that's just a little advice. All right, I'm gonna shut the camera off for a while because it's gonna take forever. And I'll see you back when I'm finished with the candy cane. Okay, so as you can see, I've changed my whole plan. I started to paint the candy cane stripes, and there were just so many of them. I decided to paint over it with Celery Green, and then dipped out the edges on both sides with red, Santa red. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to finish dip dotting this. I sure would like to get this all finished. I'm going to mail it on Monday, I'm hoping, to my mother. It'll be a surprise because she's been asking me what I've been doing, and I told her a frog, which is true, but I didn't tell her about the elf. These big gourds are a lot of work. Not that they're hard, they're just time consuming. Okay, our elf is done. Had a few finishing touches this morning. I put some stitches on the shoulders. I put dots all the way around. I put a couple of little hearts near the frog. And, oh, I put an earring. He has one earring. I dipped dotted around the hat, as you can see. I changed the eyelids because that Kelly green was killing me. So I shaded it with forest green. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to polyurethane it in a couple of hours and ship it off to my mother tomorrow morning. I think she's going to like it. She cries when she sees elves. I don't know why, but she does. So anyway, well, thank you. Thank you so much for watching my video. And please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell so that you get notifications of my future videos. There you go. I don't have a name for him. If anybody has a suggestion, they can put it in below the video. And there you have it. A little Christmas elf. A really big little Christmas elf. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.